Dudes Who Bet Sports.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Sports. Welcome back to another Wednesday show. We got a big one for you coming up here. We're going to talk Risen Star Stakes right off the bat. First 50-point Kentucky Derby prep race, so that's always exciting. We got college basketball. We got Olympic hockey to talk about as well. I'm going to put the Risen Star up on the screen. Before we talk about it, I've got to ask you just quickly.
What?
You've seen a lot of Super Bowls, so have I.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that first.
Was that the worst? Was that the worst one ever?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think I was thinking about this. The only way that thing was going to be exciting for most of us was if it would have been an offensive showcase.
Yeah.
Right? It had to be because it just didn't have any pizzazz to it. And I feel bad for Seattle in a way, because I would have loved to have seen them play a better team to see just how good they are, because I think they are getting shortchanged in this deal. Don't you? Don't you think they're really good?
Yeah, I do.
It
was a situation where they were good and the other team clearly was not. And
no,
I've been, covering Super Bowls for VSiN for a while, as far as like being guests on shows and stuff. And I couldn't remember one where we were like, because everybody on VSiN follows it, right? And they know, they're analyzing it from a betting side. I can't remember Super Bowl where everybody was just like, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
Just at Seattle and cash your ticket. And then it's exactly how it went. I mean,
it was. The only thing I worried about was they kept kicking field goals.
Oh yeah. If you're trying to cover that 4.5, which many people were, it did get in the back of your mind. I was like, is this going to finish like 19 to 15 or something?
And going to lose. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how terrible is that? Because I was texting people throughout and I was like, never has like a 12-0 game felt like 45-0 more.
How about 9-0 even?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
When they got up 2 scores, that was like. But I think lost in all of this is Seattle is damn good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their defense is nails, and they are well coached.
Yep.
And I hope that doesn't get lost. Now they're going to have to turn around and do it again next year to cement that they're really good, and a lot of teams can't do it 2 years in a row.
Well, we had a discussion on, I think, this show and also one of the other shows that was on. It was like, do you guys think the Rams would win the Super Bowl? And we were like, yeah, they totally would beat New England. And then you kind of went down the list, and it's like, yeah, a lot of these teams I think would beat New England. So it's like, why in the hell are we not laying 4.5 with Seattle, which everybody was, it felt like, but it's just like, yeah. And look, I think to your point, I think people that follow football watch that Rams game, and that was the Super Bowl. And I think people that follow it totally realize, Seattle was really good.
Yeah.
So, it's just the outside noise of, they got to hand it to them. Well, they had to win the best division in football, and then they had to beat both those teams again to get to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
That's right. And again, I don't really want to take a lot of shot at New England.
No.
They came out of nowhere. They did win the games they're supposed to win, but they got tons of breaks.
Yeah.
Their schedule wasn't very good. There's no question Denver would have given Seattle a better game if their quarterback was healthy.
Yeah.
That would have been a better game. Buffalo didn't get there. But that's just the whole point. They didn't get there. Now, the Denver situation, I think they've got to pass.
I mean, you look at the AFC, Denver was very, they earned the victory against Buffalo, but they also had some breaks. I think a lot of people left that game feeling Buffalo may have been a little better.
They should have been,
But it didn't, like you said, it didn't happen. And that is a Buffalo thing. That is just what happened to them. And then, like you said, you watch that game against New England, it's like, well, like I think Denver might be 10 points better than them if Bo Nix was in this game, so
they may have won if it hadn't snowed.
I don't know, but I don't know.
I don't either.
Maybe
they might have. I don't know.
But that's kind of what created it more than it. Because I think if you had Bo Nix in Denver,
yeah,
I think it could have been like a 7 to 10 point game, and
I do too.
you leave it and you go, well, Seattle was better, but it was close,
Exactly.
But yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
So,
And you can't feel bad for New England. They got there, but now the interesting thing's going to be, how are you going to bet them next year? Are they a flash in the pan?
I think you fade New England like crazy next year.
I think you do too.
I think they took advantage of a very, very weak schedule. The schedule is much tougher next year.
They're going to have a first place schedule, and
yeah,
they're going to have to play all the first place teams.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it then will depend on what conference they draw, that they have to play everyone in a. There's two conferences they draw, one from each side, and will they draw hard ones? What if they draw the Niners, the Seahawks, and the Rams? What if that's the conference they have to play out of the NFC?
Well, there is no if. It's already been drawn up. So what they will, I'm pulling it up now for you.
Okay.
Just real quick. Well, that link did not work that I clicked. Hold on. Let's try to find it here. Here he goes. They will play. Well, I know it's the thing. I was not prepared, obviously, to.
Well, you didn't know we were going there, so
give you this today.
Yeah,
here we go. So in 2026, their home games will be Buffalo, Denver, Green Bay, the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Jets, and the Steelers.
Okay, so they get the Chiefs.
Yes. So they'll play.
They get the AFC West.
They'll get Denver, Kansas City, Los Angeles.
The Chargers.
Yes.
So they got to go to Kansas City and LA to play the Chargers.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Kansas City and LA.
Who they get from the NFC?
Looks like they're getting the NFC North.
Oh, that's not easy either. You got the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears, and the Packers.
Yes, they have to go to Chicago, and they have to go to Detroit. Green Bay and Minnesota.
One worse division, and that's the NFC West.
Basically, their only games that aren't tough are the Jets, and maybe the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's it. See, you fade them.
They go to Jacksonville. They go to Seattle. I mean, it's going to be.
They got to play all the first place teams.
Yeah, so. it's going to be rough on them. Yeah.
So they went from the last place schedule to the first place schedule.
Right.
Now they're going to have all the pressure on them as a Super Bowl participant. Good luck, correct. Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, but again, it's that's how the NFL works, and that's why sometimes you get these situations.
That's right.
Because you think of Buffalo, and again, Buffalo, they have nobody to blame but themselves. But every week it felt like Buffalo was in a really tough game, because they were playing this kind of schedule. This year.
Probably what you ought to do, looking at it right now, which I don't analyze this at all, is look at a team that was coming on strong that finished maybe third in their division.
Yeah.
And I can think of the Minnesota Vikings right off the top of my head.
Right.
That'll be one to really probably look at at the beginning, because if they make some improvements and things, they were playing great at the end of the year.
Yeah, Minnesota, Miami was the team that played.
They were coming on,
So they're
anyway.
A team like Washington, if they get their quarterback back and they're going to get a weak schedule, that could work out.
I'll tell you another team you better be looking at, and that's about 2 hours north of us, and that's Kansas City, because they're going to have a very weak schedule.
Well, yeah, they're going to get the third place schedule.
Yeah.
They're going to some weak teams for sure. The only thing, I mean, their division is a much tougher road than it used to be.
Right.
Those teams are there now. Those teams are good and tough outs. But for sure,
they're not going to get that first place schedule. So
no, and that's for the first time in a long time.
That's right. So that'll be interesting to look at. All right.
Yeah. But it was a boring Super Bowl, but a profitable Super Bowl, right?
It was what?
It was a profitable Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So
it was the easiest pick in a long time.
That's what we had one conversation on Mike's show. They were on Wednesdays during the football season. Mike and Matt Brown, and a great show, by the way. If you ever want to listen, Wednesday nights on VSiN, they're very good together. And we all sat around and just went, okay, what could we be missing? Because this feels so easy. The line never really moved. It stayed at 4.5. And we all were just like, I can't find anything, that's relevant. You could if you dig deep enough, you can find some stat that leads you to the Patriots, right? But it just felt too easy, and it turned out to be. So
the only thing that would have evened it up is turnovers, things like that. And not only that, Seattle had the home crowd too.
Well, we talked about the turnovers a lot on that show, but we said you can't really bet on turnovers.
No.
Like, they're going to get turnovers. Well, they may not.
You have to bet on what your eyes see.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the number one thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Mark took the Seahawks and the under. I did the same. So I did the Seahawks, I did the under, and I did the Seahawks to win the time of possession. And that under holding penalty is the only thing that held the under together. It almost went over. So.
Oh, I know. That was getting scary there towards the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. I had the other two bets, so I was, I was like, okay, it's fine if it goes over here, but it'd be much better obviously to have all three of them. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, that one got scary for no reason. It felt like an under the whole game. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this may go over. So yeah.
Well, the other thing is too, when the halftime show is the main event we're talking about after the game, it was a crappy game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I meant to tell this last week, and we got to go on other things. I didn't mention to it. So you mentioned it was a bet. Would any players come out to watch the halftime show?
Yeah.
I was going to tell you a story. So when we were in Vegas, it was Vegas and Toronto, the Vegas-Toronto game we went to, the hockey game. So I bet Vegas in the game, and they were down 2 goals at the end of the first period. And so they had this thing where I don't know how many, you haven't been to just a ton of hockey games, but lately I should say, but like little kids come out and play during the intermission.
Oh yeah.
I've seen this. Okay. So these little kids come out to play, and we're kind of sitting right above the tunnel, and a kid with Barbashev on the back came in, and a kid with Petrangelo, and a kid with Hurdle, and a kid with Sod. And I'm like, what is going on here? Are they just like, they like these players? No, it's their kids.
That's
like the players' kids.
Yeah.
So I look over on the Vegas bench. Those guys, it's intermission, but those guys are out there watching. Like, they're out there, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, this is kind of cool. They're getting to see their kids, but get in there and listen to the coach. I got to bet on you guys. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that shows you how much intermission means.
They missed half the intermission, and I'm like,
I know.
That's great. Like, watch these kids on film. Or like, you got to go in there. Like, we got to win this game right now. Are you kidding? They did win the game, but still, it was I don't know. I thought that was so funny. It was kind of cool though to get to watch him, but
it does make you wonder though, what's the value of intermission?
Well, and to be fair, like Petrangelo and Sod are hurt, so they weren't. Streaky. But Barbashev and Hurdle, that's 2 of your best forwards. They're out there watching their kids. I don't know. I was just everybody around me was like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
I think they probably go into intermission and they sit around and talk to themselves a little bit. They probably about 10 minutes, and then the coach comes in and says, "Okay, here's what we're going to do."
Yeah. I'm sure they didn't miss. Obviously, they didn't. They came back and won. So, but
these are pro players. I don't think a whole lot goes in there.
But you could always tell, like the moral of the story is you can always tell when you're sitting around a bettor versus when you're sitting around just people that are watching the game.
Yeah,
because everybody around me is like, that is so cool. They get to see their
really
kids out there, and I'm like, what are we working on right now? Because it's 3-1. So I mean, we got to work on some defensive structure at some point, right? Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Let's go to Risen Star. There you go. There's Super Bowl recap.
By the way, one more thing. I kind of on this subject, you're talking about intermission, what coaches do in pros. I saw that Seattle coach was on Jimmy Kimmel. I saw a replay of it. And Jimmy asked him, he said, so do you ever yell at those guys when you get upset? He goes, You think I'm going to yell at guys that have played college or pro football when I didn't?
Right.
No, I don't yell at them ever.
Yeah.
And Kimmel goes, "Do they ever make fun of you?" Because he said, "What?" He said, "What? How did you? What was your football?" He goes, "I retired when I was in high school."
Right. Yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah, they make fun of me all the time." I thought that was really funny that he said, "No, I don't yell at them. I totally respect them."
I love
And you
that.
have to, and you're in a pro. Yelling doesn't work.
No, I mean
Yes.
that's the difference I think between pros and college. How you got to coach, honestly,
Oh,
and
you do.
honestly, college is kind of getting where you can't do that either.
I think so too.
All right, I've got amazing news for you. We've been complaining about this. The
All right.
odds are out. We have breaking
For the
news. The
Risen
odds
Star,
are out
yes.
at Fairgrounds. So
All right.
let's get to it. Fairgrounds.
Okay,
We're
let's
going
do
to
it.
cover the Risen Star Stakes, and then we'll do a little college basketball and, of course, Olympic hockey. If you see me looking to my left, I'm watching Olympic hockey while I'm doing this. So
Oh my God.
let's start Fairgrounds, though. Race 12 on Saturday, first 50-point prep of the year.
Wait a
We're going to
minute.
do the
Hold on.
exact. Go ahead.
We're doing women's Olympic hockey.
Nope, the men started today. So
Okay, well, I'm going to cut you some slack then. Okay.
Slovakia versus Finland happening right now. 1-1 going
Okay, I'm
into
not cutting you any slack. Okay.
third. All right, here we go. So Risen
Okay, I'm
Star
ready.
Stakes. We're going to do the same thing we did last week. We're just going to
Okay.
go. The first thing we're going to do, we're just going to toss them if we don't want to talk about them.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we'll start with number one, Universe. Toss, or do you want to talk about them?
Toss.
Okay, I'm going to toss him too, honestly. I will say this before we go on. He didn't have any pace to run in the Smarty Jones. He might have a little bit better pace here, but I'm with you. I don't like him very well. Golden Tempo.
Keep.
Okay, we'll keep him. Carson Street.
Had somebody finish fourth. Keep him.
Okay, we'll talk about him. Paladin, I'm sure we're going to keep him.
Yeah.
Chip Honcho.
Keep.
Okay. Colt 47.
No.
Courting.
Maybe.
All right, we'll keep
Did you
him.
keep him?
I'll keep him for now. Yep.
Okay.
Quality Mischief.
No.
Okay, so we've thrown out the 1, the 6, and the 8. Let's get to it with the 2 Golden Tempo. This horse is 2 for 2. A horse by Curlin, our favorite horse, out of a Bernardini mare that screams, we're going to go long, long, long. Going long, mile and an eighth here. What do you think of Golden Tempo?
Well, I can't find anything wrong so far. Can you?
The only thing I can find wrong is he's been a little bit slow.
Yeah.
He's won, but he has not been flashy, I guess is probably the best way to put it. However, he's only got 2 starts under his belt.
That's right. And there's not much speed in the race, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to me, you have to consider this horse. I love the trainer. Jockey's fine. And he's won fairly easy. But he only has 2 starts. So, but I think the one we're going to pick only has 2 starts also. So, your expertise will tell us what's the difference between the two.
I think there's 2. I like Golden Tempo as a horse. I think he is one you have to pay attention to, watch, respect. He has 2 main problems for me. Number one, he has come back a bit slow. He's won the races, but they haven't been rated very highly.
Right.
I hate his running style.
Okay.
Has an exciting running style. I just hate it. It's hard to win doing that.
Yeah. Now there's only 8. Does that make a difference?
I think it hurts him more than it helps him.
Okay.
I just think he's got to get into the race a little bit more, and I just don't think that's going to be him. He reminds me a little of, like, from a running style standpoint, of Sierra Leone, and think of how good he was in the big races that he won. He could not string wins together because when the competition gets tougher, it's really hard in this country to win on the dirt coming from dead last.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest issue with him.
Yeah. And he's shown no inclination to get up there.
No, in either start. And the 6 furlong race is like, okay, well, he's not a sprinter, so I get that. Mile 16th race, he was way out of it. And they weren't going fast. Now, he won the race without them going fast up front, so give him credit there. Also, Sharita Vo is going to be a trainer we talk about for years to come. He's fantastic, or she's fantastic. She does a great job developing horses. There may be more to this horse we haven't seen yet. That's very possible, but I just worry about the running style for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk Carson Street. You wanted to keep him.
Well, just consistency more than anything else. I don't think the horse is going to win. No. But he may get up there third or fourth. He's just shown he's consistent. He runs pretty well every time. I don't know what he's been running against, but of all the horses in there, he's got a shot at hitting the board if you're going deep in this race. But I don't think he can win. I do like the trainer a lot.
I think he's kind of that candidate to get ahead and fade to third or fourth like he did last time. I think that's where it ends. I don't think the stretch out will really hurt him. I think, pedigree wise, it says he'll be okay. I just don't think he's good enough to win. That's where I'm at.
No, I don't either.
Comment on Universe. He gets blinkers. Chris Elliott back on. Those two variables were in place for his two best races. Think fairground stretch helps him. Doesn't know about the pace. Quick on Universe. I think he's I think you draw a line through his last race. That was terrible.
Right.
I don't see a race where he wins though. His other races, they're hit the board type as well.
They are. Yeah. And those are big time races.
Yeah, they were.
He's running a grade one. So
yeah.
It wasn't awful.
Yeah. Comment on Golden Tempo. I thought he would have been sitting sixth or so last time out. That's kind of what I thought too.
He's not going to do it.
I think he's a legit horse. I agree. Again, we'll see what he does here. And again, he's young and he's got a trainer that's a developer versus a push. So I think that helps. It's in his favor.
Yeah, he'll be interesting to watch.
The big rivalry is going to be, and if this continues where Chad Brown gets really, really good dirt horses and turf, and then Sharita Vo's getting the same, the Chad Brown Sharita Vo rivalry writes itself for many reasons. So Chad Brown has the number 4 Paladin here, a horse that is technically 2 for 2. He was elevated to first after the DQ of Renegade in his debut. He won the Remsen Stake, defeating Renegade fairly and squarely in the Remsen. Renegade comes back and runs the most impressive prep, at least in my opinion, of the weekend last week at Tampa in the Sam F. Davis. Now we get Paladin. Paladin is the favorite right now to win the Kentucky Derby, believe it or not.
Wow.
Hasn't done enough to be the favorite, in my opinion, although I had to rank him number 1 this week because of what Renegade did. Now, the question is, can Paladin make a similar jump here? That's going to be the big question mark. What's your thoughts on Paladin?
Well, I mean, I think he may go to the front and they don't catch him.
Yeah.
That's what I think could happen. There's not a lot of speed. Carson Street may go out there with him.
Yeah.
But he's better than Carson Street, looks like.
Yeah.
So he may get to the front and he can't catch him, which is another negative for Golden Tempo. You have to try to run him down.
I think what we've seen the 2 preps of the fairgrounds, horses get to the front and they almost win, but they are so tired, and then somebody gets them late. I just don't think this horse is going to be tired, and I think that's the big key.
Yeah. Won pretty easy last time.
I really like him in this race, and I also agree with Dennis. He says, I think Paladin is good, but I need to see more for him. I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
I said this week, it's like, look, Renegade came out and he flatters Paladin, and I thought Renegade looked great in the Sam F. Davis. However, Renegade kind of showed us more, I thought. He looked better than he ever has looked in the Sam F. Davis. And I was getting text saying, because I have Paladin on the fantasy league, I was saying, oh man, you got a good one. I was like, yeah, but he wouldn't have beat Renegade. That 2-year-old version of Paladin would not beat what we just saw from Renegade. We need to see a step now from Paladin. So, which is very possible.
We shouldn't we?
Yeah. Oh, we absolutely should.
If he's the Kentucky Derby favorite, then he ought to smoke this field.
He should at least beat them for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And look good doing it. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
he should win this. He should win this fairly easy.
He should.
Don't you think?
Should.
I mean, this field's not super.
No.
So I think he should win pretty easy if he's that good.
Yeah.
And the trainer's there. He knows what he's doing. Out of gun runner. He's got it all. He just has to go out and do it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what these preps are for. So
it's going to be fascinating to see what he does. But yeah, I really like him in this spot. And I like him and Golden Tempo. For people that don't know, Cherie DeVoe was an assistant for Chad Brown forever. It was
I did not know that.
Yes. So Cherie DeVoe came up under Chad Brown. For years was there. It was a very, and I'm not going to get into all the details, a very ugly split between those two.
So they don't like each other.
I would imagine hate would be a right word when it came to those two people.
Farther.
They are not friendly towards each other.
And they run the same circuit, don't they?
They do. So that's why it's kind of a fun.
Yes, it is.
It may not be fun for them, but it's fun for me knowing all of it to kind of see this rivalry. They hate each other. So that'll be very interesting to see what happens with those two. But they have a similar horse, 2 starts, 2 wins, developing, trying to get there. We'll see what happens with both of them. All right. You wanted to talk about Chip Poncho. I know it's just because of Asmussen, but I don't like this horse at all.
No, and I don't think he does either. He's got to have something to throw in there because that's who he is. And by the way, I was watching Oaklawn a lot this weekend. He was claiming horses right and left down there. I don't know if you noticed it or not.
Yep.
He made like 3 claims. I think it was Sunday. He made like 3 claims. This guy is unbelievable. It's not that he doesn't have enough horses.
I know. It's crazy.
He's claiming maiden claiming horses, there's no trainer like him.
That's why I'm such a huge fan of his, because he's running in the Arkansas Derby and he's running in a $5,000 claimer to open the card.
And he owns the horse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you may go down on a random Monday or Tuesday at Will Rogers and he'll have one there. I mean, it's crazy.
The man is unbelievable.
Yeah.
How he keeps up with it, I will never know.
No,
he's got to have great help, which he does. It was, I've seen there, and we have a claim out of the 5th race. It was him.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's nuts.
Yeah.
No, I don't think this horse has a chance to win, but out of the 8, I think he's maybe 4th best. I don't know.
Yeah. I think getting Saez aboard is something. I mean, that helps. He's just not.
No,
he's just very just blah. He's kind of one pace. He doesn't really have a kick. He can't really hold on. I don't really think he wants to go this far. So many problems, and I don't know. I've never liked him. I didn't like him when he won the Gun Runner. I thought that was a weak race. Last time out, he had every chance, and he still gets 4th. And I'm not a huge fan of Chip Poncho.
Yeah.
The only other one I've got let's do this comment first. So Florent Drew was fired from Brad Cox. He goes out to Santa Anita where he moves tack. He wins the Robert B. Lewis for Bob Baffert. And now Florent Drew is here at the fairgrounds riding for Brad Cox. That's not going to happen a ton. Trust me on that. But he is on the 8 quality Mischief. Now, to Dan's other comment here, Courting, the last one we'll talk about, they paid $5 million for this horse. And they paid that because he is by Curlin out of a Bernardini mare, and more specifically out of Cavorting, who was a tremendous racehorse. This horse, for lack of a better term, he needs to get his head right. I don't think he's overly talented, but I do think he has kind of like a high cruising speed and he will be able to run all day. He just runs in spots. You go back and watch his Rimson. He's right there. He's in a decent enough position to maybe hit the board or whatever. He just stops running and it looks like he's going to run last, and then he runs on again. So I've been hearing that Pletcher's pretty high on him coming into this race. It's a big prove it for me, though. He's not done enough on the track to want to bet him.
Sure. I always die laughing, because we all say the same thing about a horse. He's got to get his head straight. So what do? Do you just sit there in the stall and have a little talk with him?
Yeah, I think what
Come on,
he
boy.
I think what you have to try to do is you got to get it in the mornings. This is where you got to work on them. You got to get them out on the track and just try to break them of some of those habits.
But he may not ever do it. That's they just
you also I think when you have one like this, having a consistent jockey helps.
Yes, yeah, and he's got one,
especially when it's a veteran like Velasquez. Like he can learn, and it's all just theories when they go out there, but he can kind of maybe have an idea of, okay, this didn't work last time. Let's try this.
Let's try this. Yeah, you're right. So, and Pletcher's seen it all. So
yeah,
that's who you want, a guy that's seen everything, training the horse. You would think with the breeding, this horse would be fantastic. You would think.
I mean, he's got it all as far as a breed goes.
But Curlin was kind of a late bloomer, so
yeah. Curlin also won by like 20 on debut. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
at this point in Curlin's career, he had done something pretty good.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, in Curlin's third race, he won the Arkansas Derby. And
in
Courting's third race, he finished fourth, beating 7 lengths in the Risen Star. So, Remsen. Sorry, Remsen. So a little bit different between.
Yeah, just a little.
It's not quite a sire. The race 2 back was a maiden win, and you looked okay, but then you look and go, okay, well, Grittiness got second, and he's not good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's something there. I don't think it's this race for Courting. He's one. If he wins, you're like, well, that does make sense, but I don't know. 6-1. I guess you're getting paid enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough. You never count Pletcher out either. So
no. All right. What do you think? Who do you like?
Who do I like to win?
Yep.
The 4.
Okay. I think almost everybody's going to be on not everybody, but a lot of people are going to be on the 4 Paladin. Look, I really loved the Remsen. I thought it was a strong race, and I was a big fan of Renegade, and I even exiting, even though he lost, I still liked Renegade, and I thought he was really good. So I have to go with Paladin. I also, I did not like the Gun Runner very well. And then Chip Honcho gets 4th and a close 4th on Lecomte. It's like, I don't know that I like the Lecomte that well either. So I think it's there for the taking for Paladin.
Yeah. I mean, it's his proving race. And I don't know what he's really going to prove. There's not that much in there probably, but he needs to win it impressively.
Yeah. I mean,
boom, he's going to jump.
First start of the year for Chad Brown. They don't usually run just like their A race, obviously here, but I mean, he needs.
Does he have an excuse? He really doesn't.
No, I mean, his excuse would be he's not good. He's not good enough. That's it, right? Like, I mean, obviously, if he gets a terrible trip or then you go, yeah, well, blah blah blah. But no, to me, it's like break well, get your spot.
And just cruise. That's what I think.
You should.
We ought to see him be right where he wants. Well, I think he'll go to the front, don't you?
Yeah, you look at the pace here. I think it's between Carson Street and Paladin. I don't think they're going to go very fast.
Yeah.
So that's another problem. And again, if Golden Tempo wins, I'm certainly not going to be surprised because I do think there's more there to that horse. But the pace really doesn't set up that well, I don't think. No. I think we've seen Carson Street and Chip Honcho like be forwardly placed, but they don't go really fast. So
they don't finish well either.
I think if Carson Street goes, Paladin sits just off, and I think if Carson Street kind of doesn't, something happens. I think Paladin's on the lead. Yeah,
I do too.
I think it's the 3, the 4, the 5, and they're all kind of going to go slow. So,
well, if that happens, he'll suck them under.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now, look, the Golden Tempo love, I totally get it. And I really liked the horse last time. I really liked his debut. I thought, man, that's really impressive to go 6 furlongs with that pedigree. So if you're playing Golden Tempo, I totally get it. All right. We're both going Paladin to win. What should be a very interesting race. I hope, no matter who wins it, I hope it's impressive. Like, obviously, I'm picking Paladin. I've got him. I want him to win. But, if Golden Tempo wins, I hope it's impressive. I hope we get something good out of this race. So, all right. Let's go to your subject now.
All right.
College basketball. I've got the Saturday games up. I know they play games Wednesday too, but by the time people listen to this, they'll probably want Saturday. So
you got to go one game at a time in this college basketball.
mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's okay.
So let's go. I'm just going to stop at games I find interesting and
Okay.
ask you about them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Clemson and Duke. I'll pose this question.
Okay.
What is Clemson? Are they for real?
Yeah.
Okay. So
20-4. Yeah.
Well, I know, but I don't know who they've beaten. They can't go to Duke and win though, right?
No.
Okay.
But they're a lock for the tournament.
Okay.
No, I don't think they're going to go to Duke. Of course, obviously the line's not out yet. I would say it'd be 8 or 9, probably.
Okay.
Everybody is when they go into Duke. If you're in single digits, you're pretty good when you go in there. Duke should be 23-1. They blew that game against North Carolina the other day in Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
So
were you watching that night?
Yes.
That's one of the few I watched the last 4 or 5 minutes. It's crazy. They all stormed the court, and then there was time left. They had to all get off the court. Yeah. It's crazy.
Only time they led in the whole game.
I know. Wild stuff.
Duke just blew that game.
Yep. Well, yeah, like I said, they were behind the whole game. So.
Yeah. And that happens. I mean.
All right, UCLA, Michigan. I'll ask you the question about Michigan. Mm-hmm. I saw Nebraska. I think I saw them play.
Yes.
Good game. Michigan. You said a couple weeks ago you don't think they're a team you want to win the national title, but
I'm beginning to change my mind.
Really, you think they're for real?
They are tough.
Yeah.
When they're on,
yeah,
they got it all, and yeah, they're going to be hard to beat. But the thing about them is there's times they don't show up. Obviously, 22-1, you've showed up most of the time, but I mean they don't bring their A game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wouldn't bet against them right now. I think literally they're a legit number 2 because the Big Ten is loaded. Mm-hmm. You got UCLA sitting there 17-7.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not great. It'll be interesting to see if they make the tournament. I don't know whether they will or not. I think they will, but they got some work to do.
Yeah, UCLA certainly a team that you would. They got the name brand. I guess what I'm trying to say, you would think if they can get 20 wins, let's say, I think they'll be in.
I think they will too.
Yeah. This game is always
my God,
amazing.
It is.
Kansas and Iowa State. This is a candidate of a game I might watch. The old Big 12 / Big 8. I still like to watch that in basketball.
I do too.
Kansas coming off the win, beat number 1 Arizona. First time they'd ever beaten a number 1 ranked team.
I cannot believe that. Can you?
In Allen Fieldhouse. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I can't ever. That one stunned me. And do you know another stat somebody gave me? Bill Self is 38-0 on Big Monday.
And now 39-0.
That's unreal.
And that's Big Monday at home, I believe. Is
that what it is? Yes. Think of all the Big Monday games they've had at home. That's a bunch.
39.
Yeah. It's unreal.
Great game for them.
That was one of the best games I've ever watched.
It was. It held my attention. It definitely was a really good game.
Crowd.
Yeah.
There may be some that's equal to the atmosphere in Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are. There's none that are better.
Yeah, no, the crowd made the game. That was one of
they willed that team to win.
Yeah.
And they played, I've watched KU a lot, and they're not, their best player didn't play.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
And I almost said, I'm not going to bet that. And then I thought, no. Arizona's undefeated. They're coming in there. You got to take Kansas in a game like that. You just have to. And Arizona is good.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't you impressed with them?
Yeah, they look good. They definitely. I didn't come away from that game thinking, well, they were overrated.
They didn't blow that game at all. Kansas just willed themselves to win. I've never seen a team. They were shorthanded. They played so hard. They had nothing left at the end of that game. They gave everything they had.
I thought Arizona's big kind of thing, that they probably regret. And I only know this because the announcers were saying it. They took too many jump shots. I guess their strength is inside, and they quit going inside.
They did. But you know what? Teams have a way of doing that when they go into Allen Fieldhouse.
Well, yeah, and I mean teams, no matter who it is or how strong you are, teams have a way of quit going inside at times during.
They do.
Yeah,
they do, and you panic a little bit, and that crowd is on top of you, and you know there's always, and this is home. I'm not knocking the officials at all. Kansas gets a call somewhere down the stretch that always, and that's what happens anywhere.
I would say that's college basketball.
That's college basketball, and that's why it's so hard to win.
Yep,
and so hard to go undefeated. Yep. And this game coming up here, I don't know how KU is going to have anything left going into that game.
Yeah. Well, KU, maybe have a letdown, and then Iowa State did have their letdown.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's so hard to win on the road. It is. Iowa State hasn't been playing just great, but you know that, and that's another place. It's nuts.
I was going to say you were talking about Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah,
coming right up here to Hilton Coliseum and winning a game is almost impossible. So I'm taking Iowa State, and I don't need to even look at it.
I think I'd have to too. Great I don't think that Kansas team is great this year. I tell you what, though, they're rolling.
Yeah. Oh, they're playing.
They can get this game right here. I think you guys start looking at them as a candidate to win it all. I just don't know if they're good enough to go win that many games, but they were struggling there for a while, and now, man, they are playing some great basketball. And if they can go into Hilton and win, that's how much more impressive do you want?
Yeah,
good stuff. So this will be a heck of a game, and I would say Iowa State maybe 2-point favorite, maybe.
Yeah, I would say it'll be very close. But I'm going Iowa State. I don't care.
Hard to bet against them.
Yeah. Northwestern Nebraska should be an easy one for Nebraska. What do you think?
Nebraska's fading a little.
Like a 2 or 3 seed, you think, for Nebraska?
Yeah. I don't know. They've lost 3 out of their last 4, I think.
They did lose to Purdue, but it was a good game. They came back. I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad loss, obviously.
Yeah.
And so they don't have a big name. That's the thing. And if they lose a couple of more, they may slip to a 4.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see on that. St. John's and Providence. You got
St. John's is playing great. They beat UConn the other night.
Okay. They're probably a 4 or 5 at this point.
Patino, they may get up there and sneak in a 3.
A&M and Vanderbilt. The only reason I know Vanderbilt is we beat Vanderbilt, believe it or not.
Yeah. Did you see? Go ahead. No, we were ahead 17 with 4 minutes to go and almost lost.
Yep.
How can you do that? How can you? They started fouling and doing the dumbest stuff. That's the dumbest team I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know why this is surprising to you, but
I've never seen college basketball players do dumber stuff than they do.
A&M, what are they like? I'm surprised they're not ranked.
Well, they've lost 6 games. It's Texas A&M. They're not known for basketball. That's part of it.
Yeah.
I would take them in this game, I think, against Vanderbilt.
All right.
They did come back, though. Vandy did come back and beat Auburn. And Auburn's not as good as they have been, but that was a good win because it was on the road after losing to Oklahoma.
Big goal just scored in the games for the Slovaks. Dalibor Dvorsky, player for the Blues, just make it 2-1. This would be a huge upset if they beat Finland. So that place is going insane. I guess it's a 10-hour drive.
Oh, is that right?
So yeah, it's all Slovakia people.
Yeah.
And Dvorsky just scores to make it 2-1. Wow, that is amazing. All right. Let's go Pittsburgh, North Carolina. I saw North Carolina lost after beating Duke.
Yeah.
So
went to Miami. That's kind of hard. They're pretty good. Miami is.
Okay.
Oh, here's a big one. Kentucky and Florida.
Kentucky, Florida. Now, Florida seems to be playing really well right now.
They are. So's Kentucky.
Yeah.
They both have come on. Kentucky's playing great too. So that'll be a big one right there. Both those teams are in the tournament, I would say.
Is Florida a team we should get behind? Like, is that a team that can win it?
Yeah,
You think?
they struggled early. I think they were once like 5-4.
Yeah.
But they played really tough non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
And Kentucky was written off there for a while, and then people didn't realize had a couple of guys hurt, I think, and they've come back. And I wouldn't want to play Kentucky. I don't care where it's at. I wouldn't want to play them.
No, I would not either.
No.
I think Florida gets it done.
I think they beat them.
Kansas State, Houston, that same team, aren't they? That they always are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, 22-2.
They just they got Arizona coming up, and I think it's at Arizona. That may be Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
That's must-see TV.
Yes. I believe, let me click on this, because they were talking about how tough Arizona's got.
Yeah, their schedule's nails.
Let's see. No, Houston and Iowa State is Monday night.
Ooh, Iowa State's got some tough ones, don't they?
My God. So Iowa State's going to go back-to-back, Kansas and Houston. They get them both at home, but holy shit.
At home, but holy, that's not even fair.
Well, check out this 3-game swing at Iowa State, and then next Saturday is the game at home against Arizona for Houston, and then they go to Kansas. That's a good stretch there.
That Kansas game in that big Monday?
I didn't.
It's the 23rd.
Yes, so it'll be Big Monday. Wow. See if Kansas can pull off another one there and keep the streak going there for Bill Self.
That'd be a hell of a game.
Kansas State. What is it? A money thing? You think at K-State?
Probably.
They're starting to drop in everything. I feel
they really are, and I would say that's it.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. 1-9.
No, they're any good.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
Colorado, BYU, we kind of know what that is. Well, for Dennis, let's talk Louisville. Why in the hell are they playing Baylor?
I don't know.
That's weird.
It's weird this time of the year to be doing that.
Yeah, really weird. Baylor, obviously not very good. What do you think? What are your thoughts on Louisville?
They're good. They're solid. I don't think they're great, but they're solid.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be a threat, that's for sure. And that's another tradition team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play them. I think they'll handle Baylor.
I do too.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a money thing with Baylor.
I don't have any idea. The game is in Fort Worth, so it's a neutral site game.
It's just an odd time to play it.
Yeah, I mean, you play this game in the non-conference, like December. It's like, okay, I get that, but that is
it's
weird.
an odd time.
Yeah, very weird. All right, Purdue and Iowa. Purdue got a big road win in Nebraska. Now can they go to Iowa and win?
That'll be tough.
Yeah,
I would take Purdue. I don't think Iowa's they're really well coached and probably will make the tournament. That Purdue's nails. They can lock you down.
Look, I was kind of looking at their schedule. It seems like they had a little bit of a lull, but
they're
pretty good.
They lost a game or two. But hey, you play in that conference, night in and night out. You got to bring it, and it's hard because those other teams are pretty good, and you off just a little bit, you can get beat. Basketball is tough.
Oh, when you get a Big Ten, SEC, Big 12 play, even ACC, my God, every night.
Yeah. It is. It's dog eat dog.
Texas Tech, Arizona. I heard that college basketball game day will be in Arizona. I would imagine they're going to bounce back. I would not want to be Texas Tech.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah. There's no shame in losing at Allen Fieldhouse.
Right.
And they'll bounce out of that. Because the thing is, you're sick that you lost the game because you played well enough to win. But after a day or so, you look at yourself and you go, hey, we played really well. Let's just bounce back. Forget this. We weren't going to win that game. The hell with it. Let's go. And they may be better off losing the game.
Yep. I agree.
Snaps back to reality. If I was Arizona, I wouldn't want to be number one either.
I mean, to me, it means it's not that it's meaningless, but it's meaningless, that loss. Like, it doesn't matter.
Totally. They're in the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you just move on and try to get better after that one and realize, okay, we kind of goofed up. We should have done this. We should have done that. We didn't. Next time we will. And kick the shit out of the Red Raiders, you know?
Yep.
So
absolutely. All right. Georgetown, UConn. I guess UConn, obviously, they're very good again.
They are. They're typical, physical.
So here's another one. Virginia, Ohio State playing in Nashville. So I guess this is the thing.
So that's another ACC team playing. Oh no, this one they're playing a Big Ten team.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird.
Yeah.
That'll be
and then two more here.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch them often, but every time I watch Arkansas, they look really good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Watched them last night.
And then they can throw in some clunkers.
Yeah, and then I guess so. What are your thoughts on them? They play Auburn. I mean, surely they should beat Auburn, right?
Yeah, at home. I think they will. I don't know. You want to know the truth? I haven't seen them very much.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm always watching something else when they're on.
Yeah.
I know come tournament time, they're going to be awful hard to beat.
Yeah.
Because Calipari is a good coach.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say about him. He's really a good coach. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to play them either. They always seem to make a run, and they're pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. For some reason, every time they're playing, I'm watching somebody else or something, or I'm not home, or I don't know. So,
yeah.
They're 18-6, and they've played a tough schedule. Their non-conference schedule was tough.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I would keep an eye out for them. They're pretty damn athletic.
They are. Yeah.
Gonzaga, Santa Clara. So Gonzaga, I see they're 24-2. I mean, is this another one of those Gonzaga teams?
Probably.
Okay.
Look at Santa Clara. They're 21-5.
I know. I saw that Gonzaga got beat at, was it Portland maybe beat them?
That was a huge upset.
Yeah.
Portland's awful.
Yeah.
That's the upset of the year.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. Had to be just totally uninterested in the game. Just showed up. I guess on the road. You also got St. Mary's in that conference is 21-4.
Yeah.
So right now I've got 25 teams locked. And then there's 31 automatics to the thing. All the conference champions, 31 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this year, if you're kind of in those power conferences and you're down at kind of 6th, 7th, 8th place, we don't have any of those teams from the other conferences that are going to take a slot.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you count somebody like St. Louis, who I think is a lock for the tournament. But what if they lose in their conference championship? I think they're still in. They're 23-1. Have you seen them?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're good.
Yep.
And the other one, how can you keep Miami of Ohio out?
Oh, I don't think they will.
If they lose the MAC championship, they're the only undefeated team left. And I know they don't, but the MAC's not bad. And they're 24-0. So those St. Louis and Miami are locks. And I think, of course, obviously Gonzaga is. And I think they may get St. Mary's in as well. And Santa Clara may beat Gonzaga tonight or Saturday. They may get 3 out of that league.
Yeah.
They might.
Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah. The other leagues, the Mountain West is solid again. If Mark's still with us, he can kind of fill us in a little bit more. But I don't know if they're going to get more than 2 this year.
So let me ask you this. St. Louis, I mean, the reason they're playing Friday, but they don't have a ranked opponent left.
Right.
I mean, are they going to, surely they're not going to win. They're going to lose they're going to lose a road game somewhere, right? I mean, this team's not going to be a 1-loss team, are they?
Well, go back to that schedule. I mean,
okay, hold on. 23-1.
Yeah. And the Atlantic 10 is solid.
So, like, I know Loyola Chicago is not very good, so they should
No,
beat
they
them.
should win that. Rhode Island can step up and get you. They got Virginia Commonwealth, VCU's at home. They could definitely beat.
Yep.
They go to
Okay.
Dayton. Dayton's not what they've been. No. George Mason is 20-4.
So that could be a game they lose.
They could, but they're not playing well.
So they're probably losing 2 to 3 games.
2 or 3 at the most.
So I mean, that's to me, they're going to be like a 4
It's
or 5.
a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. And what if they? I mean, could they move up to a 3? Probably not. I don't see.
I don't know whether they do that or not.
I don't see any like.
They are ranked.
Yeah.
They beat Santa Clara. They haven't got a lot of good wins. Stanford,
No, they really don't.
That's a bad loss, Stanford. I mean, Stanford.
Well,
they're not awful, but that's.
So look at.
So they really haven't played anybody, but they're ranked. And say you go ahead and you finish out, say 28-2. Yeah, I would think they would get at least a 4.
Well, let me look. I was going to compare Gonzaga and St. Louis because it's kind of a similar situation.
And Gonzaga's played a better non-conference game.
Yeah, I mean they beat Creighton, they beat Alabama. Their loss was Michigan. They beat Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, come on.
They beat Alabama. Yeah,
beat UCLA when they were ranked. Yeah, I mean this
is Kentucky.
Yeah,
so they played a much harder schedule.
So Gonzaga is going to be a 2 or 3, and St. Louis is probably going to be like a 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah, I would think. I can't remember what Drake was last year. I don't think they were ranked very high.
I think they were a 6, maybe. I can't remember either. I
I
want to look at Miami of Ohio before we move on.
They haven't played anybody.
Yeah, now the MAC, it's not great.
It's not great, but it's not awful.
Okay.
Akron's good. Kent State's good. They got some decent teams. You're 24-0. I don't care who you played.
Right.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, they've played nobody.
They haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
But they're ranked.
Yeah.
And
so
it's hard to win.
They've got UMass, they've got Eastern Michigan and Western Michigan, Ohio. So that Ohio team's pretty good, aren't they?
They're okay.
Okay, so they got 2 games left with them.
But they've played Akron. They're the better team. That's the second best team. Kent State's the third. They may go undefeated.
They might, yeah.
Unless the pressure gets to them, and they. I thought they might get beat the other night, but they didn't. They're good. I've seen them a couple times.
Only undefeated team left. That's
the only who would have ever picked that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. Another good team's Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah.
They're 22-3. Can't believe I know this. McNeese State, they're always good.
Mm-hmm.
They're 20-5.
Do they still have that coach? I can't think of his name now. They kind of press all over the floor.
No, I think he went somewhere else.
Yeah, I think he did too. I think you're right because they had so much success under him.
Yeah. Liberty's 20-3.
Yeah,
but most of those conferences. Oh, Belmont's 22-4.
Yeah,
but they let me down the other night. I've been winning with them, but they finally came back to bite me the other night. They got beat. But that happens.
Yeah. McNeese State coaches North Carolina State now. Yeah.
Oh, and they're playing great.
Yeah. They're pretty good. I saw they beat somebody the other night. I saw that was pretty good.
Drilled some of us.
I can't remember who it was.
Who didn't Louisville kill them last night?
Yeah, Louisville, yeah.
That was surprising. Not that Louisville won. That wasn't surprising at all, but to beat them as bad as they did.
Yeah.
But it's if you do this night in and night out, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, Louisville scored like 100, I want to say.
Yeah, they killed them. Yeah, I knew Dennis would know.
Yeah.
That was a shocker that they beat them that bad.
Yeah, I mean, Louisville, they're a weird team. Like sometimes I'll look at their scores like, dang. And then sometimes you look and go, wow, they're terrible. I don't know. Not terrible, but they didn't play very well that night or something. Yeah. So Dan said Mountain West should get 2 in: Utah State, San Diego State, New Mexico.
Yeah.
And it probably should be out, he said.
So he's saying Utah State and San Diego?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Utah State, San Diego State. So kind of the same ones as always.
It's a solid league as always.
Yep.
So there's some good basketball out there, that's for sure. And some of those lesser teams, I love watching them. There's some characters on some of those other teams. Let me tell you. And some of those places are wild too. They get, I don't know. It's college basketball is hard to beat.
Yep.
For this atmosphere. And say that Kansas thing though, I just couldn't believe that. Well, I could, but that was unreal the other night. Okay, let's get to this here.
All right, so the Olympic hockey going on now. That's the last thing we talk about today. You don't know anything about it, so I'll just quickly go through it.
I thought we were going to go over skiing or something.
Yeah. Well, you could do that if you want. So, look, I think right now the big storylines on the women's side of thing, the United States was able to beat Canada 5-0 yesterday.
I saw that.
On the women's side, it's United States and Canada and everybody else. And that's just, that's just how it's been for a long time. First time ever Canada has been shut out in Olympic play.
Wow.
So that was crazy. Usually that's a 1-goal game when we play. And so 5-0, that's a huge, huge thing for the United States. They're heavy favorites right now. Canada is still second. Sweden has played very well. They haven't played the competition though. So that will be
their group's not as good as the Group A.
No, so Sweden's group was Germany, Italy, Japan, and France, and that's pretty weak.
Isn't it weird that they put the U.S. and Canada in the same group?
They wanted them to play. They wanted to play twice, basically, is what that amounts to. The Czechs aren't bad, or Czechia is not bad. Finland not too bad either. But really, it's a 2-horse race, so to speak. It's United States, Canada. They'll probably play again. For the gold medal. And so we'll see what happens there. We'll see how it kind of shakes out. We're not sure yet on that. The men's side of it it just started. We have got a massive upset about to happen in the men's already. Slovakia up 3-1 over Finland. Now, why you should care about this, it's all NHL players. That they could possibly be. Some of these teams do not have full NHL rosters because they don't have enough players in their country. Slovakia, one of those teams.
Really?
About half their team are NHL players. Finland, every single player is an NHL player. Slovakia leads 3-1 with 5 minutes left in the game. So this is a massive upset to start this thing.
When do we play?
We are going to play tomorrow. All of our games to start will be in the afternoon. So that's good. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central Time games for us. Canada going to be a little bit earlier sometimes than us, but that's all right. This is a Canada, United States, Sweden. It should be one of those 3 teams that win the gold medal. It really probably should be Canada. They look like overwhelming when you look at their roster. Their third line is an all-star type of line. Like, that's how good they are. United States is going to be right there. I think we've got a big chance as well. So big storyline for Canada will be the goalie situation, what they ultimately do there. But
who besides Bennington is who's the other one?
Well, the debate right now is Jordan Bennington or Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, the goaltender for Washington, who's having a great season. If you go by NHL standards, this year, what's happening on the ice, Logan Thompson should be the starter. But Bennington won the 4 Nations, so
right now he's the starter.
That is what seemingly he's going to get the first start.
Who's the U.S. one?
U.S. will see, it looks like Connor Hellebuck will start for the United States with Jake Ottinger as a backup. I think that is a mistake, but that's what we've currently got. So
who's Sweden's goalie? You know that off the top of your head?
Sweden, I believe it's going to be Gustafsson, Philippe Gustafsson of the Minnesota Wild. And oddly enough, the backup will be the backup from the Minnesota
Is
Wild
that right?
as well, Wallstat. Another thing to note, the Slovakian goalie is the AHL goalie for the Minnesota Wild.
Really?
and he has stopped 35 of 36 shots. He is the reason Slovakia is going to
Yeah, so he's a minor league goalie.
He's the minor league. So Minnesota has 3 goalies at the Olympics, the top goalie for Sweden, the backup for Sweden, and then the Slovakian starting goalie is their AHL goalie. So
that's unreal.
Yeah. So they got I counted it up. Well, if you count AHL players, Slovakia's got 8 that are in an NHL team, or in the NHL system. So, like, for example, Slovakia's second center is Dalibor Dvorsky, who plays for us, and he's certainly not, a superstar. He's young. He's very young. He could turn into that, but for them to beat Finland, it is a massive, massive upset.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
So
the Russians are not allowed.
No, and that's sad because they would have a very good team.
Yeah,
very good team.
Somebody's got a brain.
Well, yeah. I mean, I understand why they're not here, but if they were, they
would be. Yeah, those guys get the Russian players in the NHL. Well, they get a month off, pretty much.
Yeah, and I feel for the hockey players because they would definitely want to be here and play.
Sure, they do. Yeah. They can't control what's going on in their country.
No. And, so, you think of Ovechkin when you think, how great would he, So
Tana's the goalie for Tampa Bay. Isn't he Russian?
Mm-hmm. And Andrej Valeski. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would be really good.
They would be hard to beat.
Yeah. They would be very good. They would be up there with Canada and the United States if they had, and Sweden. Sweden's very good. Yeah. But, this Finland team is a team I kind of slotted it maybe like, a 4th or 5th, and they're getting ready to get beat to Slovakia. So that's why this is awesome, because Slovakia probably has a bunch of guys that have been playing together for months, and they've got a little advantage to kick this thing off.
Yeah, they really do.
Plus, you've got a goalie that has stood on his head. He's
playing out of his mind.
He stopped 38 out of 39. So
my goodness, there's Peltony.
Yeah, and there's, like I said, it is a very pro-Slovakian crowd.
Yeah,
in that arena tonight too. So yeah, very interesting. Great way to kick it off. This has been a great game. If you enjoyed the Four Nations, you have to watch this. It is.
Well, I thought the men started at the end of. Well, this is the end of the week. What am I thinking? Well, it's the middle of the week. I thought it was like Friday they started.
Well, we play tomorrow. There's only 2 games today.
So when you say we play in the afternoon, that's our time.
Yeah, so I will look at the here. I'll pull up Thursday. So we will play tomorrow. We play at 2:00, 2:10. So like, if you want to wake up at 5 a.m, France and Switzerland play, and then after that, it's
Okay, so that's 8 o'clock over there, 8 or 9 o'clock over there.
Yeah. So, and they just scored empty netter, 4-1. It's over. So Latvia, United States tomorrow. Latvia is one of those teams. They don't have very many NHL players. So, United States
Canada plays the Czechs tomorrow.
Canada and Czechia, and that's a team. Yeah, about 80% of the Czechia team is United States. Maybe a little less, but they mostly are NHL players. So, the team that's really going to get waxed is Italy. They have no United States or no NHL players.
No, they're not really known for hockey, I don't think.
I think they have one goalie who's in a minor league system. That's it. So that'll be that 2:00 game could get ugly. That's really the only team that's just they're not good is Italy, which I think you have to let the host country in. No, I'm serious. I think that's why they would be in. I think Italy, Japan, and France they're all pretty weak.
I would think the Japanese would be pretty weak.
Yeah, they're pretty weak. I didn't look at their roster even. So
when I think of the Japanese athletes, I don't think of hockey players. Do you?
No, I'm trying to just think. I believe there's one in the NHL. I could
really.
I think there's one. Yeah.
I'll be darned.
I'd have to look it up. But anyway. So it should be pretty fun. Dennis says, if there was any winter Olympic sport you think you could do, not win, just compete, which would it be?
Absolutely nothing. I guess I'd have to say curling.
Yeah, I think most people would say curling.
I'd have to learn the rules and what it's all about, but I don't think you have to be an athlete to do that.
No. No, but I think that's the answer.
Let's see. Ski, no. How about ski jumping? That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Those guys have got to be insane to do that.
So here's the deal with the ski jump. We went, so Lake Placid still has all the old stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So we went to see the ski jump.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a couple of years. My God, that would be terrifying.
It would be. You just went to see where the jump thing was?
Yeah.
They weren't competing or doing anything.
No.
I thought maybe people could go up there and ski jump if they wanted to.
No. Well, I mean, I think I'm sure they had, it was the summer and they had kids, like over, like in the pool. So it was a little jump and they would land into the pool.
Oh, okay.
And they were practicing. Yeah.
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 I just wondered how they practiced. I wondered how they did. Hey, get up there, guys.
Yeah. So they had their full skis on.
Yeah.
And they would come down and it was like a tiny little thing. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then they would land into
and they'd flop into the pool.
Yes. So, I guess that's a thing. Like people are doing, they were training to do.
Yeah, I was wondering, how do you train somebody to ski jump?
Well, I have no idea, but that's what they were doing. They were kids. They were probably, they were great, little, not tiny, but, grade school.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I'll be home late today, Mom. I'm going out for ski jump practice.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So it was.
Don't come back with a broken leg.
They probably thought we were weird as hell because we sat there and watched them for like 20 or 30 minutes. And like, I'm sure nobody ever has stopped. But I was like, this is really fascinating. And they would come in and they would like do these flips and stuff. It was cool. Really cool. Yeah.
Those guys are crazy that does that stuff. I was talking to somebody who skis quite a bit, and they were telling me that they'd been up on a higher mountain up in Colorado.
Yeah.
They said it was terrifying. It was just absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And
I could imagine.
And I just don't know how they did, how they could. She goes, I scared out of my mind. I think she rode the lift back down.
Yeah. It would. Yeah. What's harder, ski jumping or being a jockey?
Well, that's a very good question.
That is a good question.
I would not want to do either one. I'll tell you that. I would say you got to be more of a, I don't know whether you have to be more psycho to be a ski jumper than a jockey. I think you got to be a psycho to be a jockey.
I think it'd be tougher to be a jockey because you have to, it's like over and over and over every day. And you got other little jockeys out there with you that could do stupid things. And the ski jump, it's just like, I think if you worked hard and learned the craft, I think it would be quote unquote easier to do it.
You wouldn't have as much competition as ski jumpers.
Well, but a ski jump is like, it's just you out there. Only you could screw it up. Where you could be doing everything right, and then it's dangerous, because you got other people out there too. That'd be my answer.
Yeah. And a jockey's always getting fired.
Yeah.
He's got to put up with that. Yeah. Go win 12 races in a row for a trainer, and then you have a couple of bad rides. I don't think I like you anymore.
Well, you got to be, you have to, you're living being a small little guy too, or gal, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want to buy child-sized shoes as a 40-year-old. And I'm just like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm just saying, like, who wants to buy a size 6 at 40 years old? Would you want to go shop for shoes as a 40-year-old and buy a size 6?
When you go into Kohl's, you go to the kids section.
I don't want to youth. I stopped wearing a youth extra large long time ago, So I'm just saying I wouldn't want to do that.
I'll see you later, honey. I got to go over here in the children's department.
Gap for kids, Like everybody's in the Gap store and you're in the Gap for kids. Like I wouldn't want to do that. Just saying.
Oh my God. And if you're like 20 years old, they think you're 10.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be a hard life.
It would. Well, definitely.
Also, on a serious note, those guys trying to keep that weight off. That's tough. I wouldn't want to do it. Hats off to you.
We got into a discussion the other night about, I shouldn't even bring this up, about, I don't know, what is one sport you would not do? And I said, simple. There's no way I would wrestle a sweaty male.
No, I wouldn't.
That is the grossest thing. And if there's wrestlers listening, you are a special breed. Who would want to grab?
Well,
what are you going to? You might accidentally grab the wrong thing.
Right. Well, and like, if you watch and I don't watch it, but like, if you watch real wrestling,
yeah, it's gross.
That is like a grappling thing.
You weigh 245 and you're wrestling another 245.
Yeah, no, that's not fun.
What could be more gross?
That's not fun.
And your outfit, you look really good in it.
I will say this: I would rather shop at Kids Gap than wrestle. So okay, you found a worse one. Definitely would rather be a jockey.
I just can't. Can you imagine girls wrestling?
I mean, I think Dennis matches that quite often, actually. So
well, I'd wrestle a sweaty female, yes. But can you imagine? Cassville has girls wrestling. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that, and I don't want to know that. I don't want to know.
Kevin, your uncle, my brother, was telling me they have female wrestling at Cassville High School.
Hey, they wrestle at a lot of high schools, So
I know, but girls, yeah. I was shocked. I really was.
It's a weird. It's definitely a weird sport when you sit down and actually watch it. It's weird. Yeah. And I don't like the scoring system's weird. Like I don't really ever understand what's happening either. So
no, I don't either. Yeah, it's strange, but no, that's one sport there is no way I would have any interest in going out. I can remember one time when I was in high school, we had a cuckoo that was a PE teacher, and he was going to make all of us wrestle.
Yeah,
he was a wrestling guy. And half the class said, no. No. Flunk us right now. We are not grabbing. I mean, there were some guys that wanted to do it because they're macho,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But half the class boycotted it. I said, no, we're not doing it. Not wrestling on another guy. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, first of all, I didn't have any wrestling shoes. More power to you. You're a wrestler, but I just would get no thrill out of wrestling another man.
Yeah. No.
Grabbing for whatever I could get to try to pin him. Yeah. Which I think's nasty too. So there you go.
I agree. All right. Any final thoughts before we?
I think that thought should have ended a long time ago. So no.
Okay. No, I think it was very valid. Very, very, very valid. So, all right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We've already we're one game in, and it's been amazing. Slovakia beat Finland 4-1, a huge upset to start this thing. So,
well, you're going to have to get this guide going so you can watch the rest of this.
That's right. Yeah, the 2:00 games. 2:00 game coming up, but I'll have it on in the background for sure.
All right.
John White just gives me a great tidbit here. This is interesting. He said a number of jockeys have been good wrestlers in high school.
I can see that.
Such as Gary Stevens. Now, why can you see that?
Because they're small and they're strong and they wrestle in
the weight class. Yes. Yes.
They're strong as can be.
And they also, I would imagine, the discipline of keeping your weight class for wrestling probably translates.
It does. I can see that. I mean, it's still gross, but
there you go.
I've lowered my opinion of Gary Stevens.
But honestly, when you said that, I was like, no, I don't see how it translates. But then you think about it, it does.
They're very strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. And John also said it's the Zags, not the Zogs. We screw that up every show. It's the Zag. Gonzaga.
Sorry, John.
Okay.
Tomato, potato.
What would be your wrestling entrance theme? One rule: you can't use one that's a current wrestler's.
I would have to go YMCA from the.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that would be it for me.
The gay national anthem, YMCA.
Yeah. YMCA for you. Let's see. What would it be? It used to be. I used to have a character when I was a kid that was kind of a brooding type. So I used "Unforgiven" by Metallica. We used to come into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we used to come into "Enter Sandman" by Metallica as well. I think that's used though. It's been used before. So.
Oh God.
There you go. I always loved the Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix that Hogan used to come out of. That was a good one.
How about Jump? That'd be pretty good.
Jump, that would be good. Yeah. I think
there's music before that actually gets going,
Yes.
That'd rev the crowd up.
Eye of the Tiger would be a good one, I think. Brian Danielson used to come out to the Final Countdown. That's a classic. That's probably the best one. That is an actual song.
How about "Hit Me with Your Best Shot"?
Hit me with your best shot. Yes, another good one. There you go.
That would be boxing, though. Would be better. Boxing.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think punching's illegal in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Wrestling is huge at some school. Yes, it is, and it's here locally. There are some schools that it's huge at too. Yeah. Like Monette, which is a town just real close to us. They're huge wrestlers.
Yeah. Seneca.
Yeah,
Seneca's huge.
Seneca. Yeah, yeah. So it is a thing. It is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's all we can do today.
We're pissed off all the wrestlers. That's okay.
Yep. All the wrestlers are mad. All the jockeys are mad. But
oh gosh.
I could say there's a
joke about the jockeys, not me.
There's a joke. No, I'm not gonna do it. All right, let's go Dragula by Rob Zombie for me. Yeah, so you would be one of those weird.
I have no idea who that is. So
I could honestly, if Magic could be a wrestler, I really truly believe you missed your calling. It is wrestling.
He's too tall for us.
No, I think that's good though. I think that's good.
He'd have a lot to grab, wouldn't he?
He'd look like a. No, I'm talking about professional wrestler, not an actual. Oh, beautiful day. That's a terrible pick. No, you got to get fired up. It's a good song, but that's not a good wrestling song.
God.
That's why you're a heel, because you'd be a terrible baby face. Wow. God, beautiful. What an idiot.
I want something by Bad Bunny.
All right. Okay, we're going to get out of here. Magic, thanks for joining us today. All right, guys, thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back next week. I don't know what we'll talk about next week. It'll be because there's no big race, I don't think. Off the top of my head, I don't think.
I'll have to dream up something.
I think there's a prep. I think the Jeff Battaglia is the only prep next week, which isn't much. John Battaglia, I should say. John Battaglia is next week. There's no real big race next week. Okay. Well, we'll think of something.
Well, we'll have Olympic hockey to talk about.
Yeah, that will dominate it for sure, because we'll be close. I think we'll be in the medal. I think the gold medal for the women will be coming up real quick next week. So yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about, and then the medal round for the men. So, all right, guys, everybody have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.